How's it going, everyone? This is my first attempt at doing a voiceover while watching one of my race videos. I follow a number of YouTubers, karting drivers who do this commentating over their clips, and I don't know, I just find it's nice to get a sense of what they were thinking, what's going on track, and yeah, hope you enjoyed it as well. So what we're watching here is Heat 1 for Round 2 of the Pat's Acres Super Series Rental League. I believe this is something like Season 20 for them, so long time league that's been going on here in the summers. Beautiful facility, kind of an old school tight track, and yeah, just a pleasure to drive. This is my second season in racing in this league. Last year I raced in the rookie class. Had a good time, was on the podium a couple times, and yeah, that's really what got me hooked into karting. Here again for Season 2, now racing in the open class. Qualifying went okay. I had I don't know, I wouldn't say bad kart, but I also wouldn't say a good kart. That's how it goes sometimes. The race format is all three classes combined on the track at the same time. So there's currently, I believe, 26 karts out on track. That's how it was in qualifying, so quite a bit of traffic. But hey, that's how things go in rental racing. Alright, so as we come up to the final corner and go down the main straight, we're currently being paced by an employee, and we are going to be watching the flagger up ahead for the green flag as the pace car pulls off, and racing will get started. I was a little frustrated here with how we were lined up. Everyone was crammed over in the left lane, so I got a little caught out on the start there, but all is well. So the first two corners, slightly banked, high speed, quite fun, as I get a little love there on the inside. The first couple laps of these races are critical. A lot of jockeying, a lot of moving around, but it's always a good time. In general, everyone was racing really well, I would say. Good amounts of room, no crazy dive bombing. Little bumping happens, but yeah, it's always a pleasure to drive out here. So, lost a couple positions, I believe, at the start there, but as you can see, my kart has some pretty good speed, so hoping to kind of pick off as many positions as possible. So here what I'm deciding to do is, instead of fighting for the position there, I decided to just kind of tuck in behind the driver in front of me here and push him along, just so that we can keep in touch with this kind of leader group up ahead. Yeah, so you got to pick your battles, and sometimes wasting time battling will pretty much just, you know, create a gap to the leader pack. So sometimes it's better to just follow. Alright, so here we see somebody kind of dive up my inside. Kind of a questionable move there, but ultimately retained the position and ended up passing the driver that was in front of me as well. So, moving up on the field. Here I am again, just pushing along. The track it looks like a beautiful day, but you can see the clouds there. It was not very hot, so the track did not have as much grip as maybe sometimes we're used to. I wouldn't say it was like an ice rink, but yeah, it's just gotta find where your tires can bite and utilize that to your maximum capacity. Alright, so I can tell here that I am faster than the kart in front of me, so I'm going to go for a move, but I want to do so in a way that's not going to hold me up too much. You can see there's a gap forming in front of us here to the leader group, and I want to make sure we stay in touch. So going down the inside here, looks like I've got a little bit more top end speed here. Hope to make turn 1 and 2 stick, and it does. This turn here can be tricky depending on the kart that you have. It's one of the few kind of higher speed right-hand corners on the track, and some of these karts just don't want to turn right, so you can get quite a bit of understeer, but that's okay. Part of rental league racing, I believe, is just to adapt quickly to the kart that you got. They're not all great, as much as we'd like them to be, but yeah, figuring out what your strengths of your kart are is important, which I clearly did not hear. Went a little wide. Basically what happened is a couple turns prior to that, you saw that I dipped my right rear tire into the dirt, and going into that left-hander, I just did not have the grip and drifted wide. So, mistake there. Lost 2 positions. Now I'm going to need to battle to make those back up. So yeah, predominantly left-handers on this track. A couple key right-handers. This one here is called Carousel by the locals. Pretty fun corner, a lot of banking, and you can pretty much take it flat out if you pick your line right. That final corner is critical. Obviously with the long straight there, if you don't get a good exit, you're kind of compromised down the full main straight and leaves you vulnerable. Hoping to make this move stick here. He's right all over me. Wasn't the greatest, didn't have quite a margin coming out of turn 2, but looks like it's stuck. So now I just need to catch up to the kart in front of me. That was another one that I had lost due to that mistake, so I just want to at least catch up to that position and break even there. I don't think I mentioned, but this is heat number 1, and the heat races, there's 2 in this race format, are 8 laps long each. The main final is a 12 lap, I believe? Yeah, 12 lap final. Alright, so as you can see, closing the gap to the driver ahead of me, which is good. Always encouraging when that gap gets smaller. So yeah, just trying to put in some fast laps here and get up on the bumper of the driver ahead. So I see he makes a mistake there, and I could tell immediately that he was going to go wide. Same issue. As soon as your tires get dirty, you're not going to have grip for the next couple corners. So yeah, that's something you got to be really careful about. But hey, not complaining. Managed to get the position back. So now I'm where I was prior to making that mistake on the last lap. That's about all I'm going to do. Now I'm just focused on retaining this position and bringing home to the checkered flag. Man, commentating is hard. Hopefully it's not too lame. I don't know. It's an experiment. We'll see. All right. So I'm not sure what's going on with the kart ahead of me. I could be lap traffic. I don't think he's in the leader group. All right, final corner coming down the front straight, and we're going to see the checkered flag here. All right, so overall, fairly good race. Made a few mistakes. I think if I didn't make that major mistake in that final corner, I could have possibly stayed in touch with the leader group. But hey, started P10, finished P5. I'll take that any day. Kart in this session was pretty good. Definitely better than the kart I had qualifying, so that allowed me to actually battle, make up some positions. But yeah, overall, not too bad. A little bit of a messy race, but ultimately making up 5 positions. I'm happy with that. All right, we're going to take it into the pits and get ready for heat number 2, starting P5. Thanks, everyone.